Joining us via Skype with more on the nation's response, Louisiana Senator Bill Cassidy. Bill, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Great to see you.
Hey, JP, good to be with you.
Hey, the new numbers just came out from the State Health Department. 5,237 cases here in Louisiana. Your biggest concerns about these numbers and about what's going on here?
I don't want this to spread across the state. Right now, our concern is that it might. It started off in southeast Louisiana, but you're seeing a growth in cases both in the capital region, down in the Bayou region, and up in northwest Louisiana. We got to try and kind of tamp down the spread of the virus across the state. There may be some evidence that maybe it's leveling off a little bit in southeast Louisiana. I haven't looked at the numbers today, but I've been following the stats specifically for Orleans and JP. We don't want growth here.
Yeah, you know, New Orleans is one of the hot spots in the entire nation. Do you think New Orleans is getting the attention it needs?
Well, they are building a field hospital in the Mark Morial Center, and there's a note today that the Navy is deploying emergency naval personnel down to the New Orleans area to help support. And I know the VA has deployed assets, both people and equipment, from around the country down to the VA in New Orleans. And so, of course, I want more, but I do see a federal effort that's attempting to support it.
You know, as a doctor, is there anything that you're seeing right now that gives you hope that we are nearing a peak of cases?
So there's an article today about this online temperature that when you measure your temperature, it goes up into the cloud. It's in the New York Times today. And they do show that the average increase in temperature is beginning to decrease in some of the hot spots, and specifically thinking of New Orleans and Jefferson Parish. But it is starting to grow in the parishes outside of New Orleans. Again, down in the Bayou region is one example. So we need to be careful wherever we are in the state of Louisiana. We need to socially distance.
Yeah, social distancing. Everybody's talking about it. Gatherings have been banned here in this area. And, you know, this breaking news is just coming in. We understand that Central pastor who's been the bone of controversy up in Central has been served with a court order, some type of court order to stop large gatherings for services. What's your reaction to that?
Jesus tells us to do unto others as we would have them do unto us. The reality is I don't want somebody to infect me. So if somebody goes to that church service and gets infected, may have no symptoms whatsoever, but then comes in contact with me, I'm infected. So if we're to do unto others as we would have, no one wants to be infected. So don't create an environment where they might be and where they might spread that infection to other people. This is a time for personal responsibility. We have to fight that invisible enemy.
Bill, you know, you were instrumental in getting the big stimulus package passed, and there's talk of another one in Congress. What do you think we need to see in that one?
So the president just picked up an idea that I floated a couple weeks ago. Our next stimulus package should be something which is for infrastructure. If we can borrow money now at 0% interest rate, wouldn't this be the time to put Americans back to work doing construction? Building a new bridge across the Mississippi River in Baton Rouge, hey, that's high on my list. When you do that, you make a pull-through for manufactured goods. It puts people to work not just in construction, but also manufacturing, stimulating as well activity in the service industry, stimulating oil and gas production because we're going to need gasoline for those trucks involved in construction. So I applaud the president for considering it. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. I think that should be the next step.
You know, we're doing this interview on Skype, but how has the whole situation changed the way you and your staff work at the Senate?
Yeah, we all work from home, but we're having conferences every day to make sure that people are on task, to make sure I'm abreast. We're having online meetings with constituents. Yesterday I was on with the board to Lake Charles, a go-to meeting. They were showing slides. My staff are all on. We're doing our best. We're here to serve. We're going to serve.
All right, Senator Bill Cassidy. Bill, thanks for taking time out of your very busy schedule to spend a few moments with us, and we look forward to seeing you again down the way.
Hey, thank you, JP. Be safe. Keep your joy.
You too. Thanks.